Take this conversation further right now, crossing live to pro-Palestinian activist. There he is right there, Mansour Schumann, now joining us here on RT International. A very warm welcome, Mansour. But all hell will break loose. The words from the White House right there. It certainly seems all hell has already broken loose across the enclave with a ceasefire in tatters. Your thoughts, Mansour, on what you're seeing right now on the ground across the enclave? What are your sources reporting?
It wasn't surprising what happened. I think everyone noticed that since the start of Ramadan over 2 weeks ago, the Israelis have closed all the borders. They didn't allow any aid to come in. They were slowly starting to push the Palestinian people into accepting a revised version of the ceasefire agreement in order to benefit the Israeli side and not give the Palestinians even the least kind of rights that they deserve. And after starving the Palestinians for over 2 weeks in Ramadan, they decided to upscale their genocide attempts against our Palestinians on the ground in Gaza. And they did what the whole world has seen, renewing their genocide attempts against our people. I think that the Netanyahu government has found themselves in big trouble politically, internally inside Israel. Hence, they're trying to save face. They're trying to make sure that the attention of the world goes back to Gaza versus the problems that Israel is facing internally. In addition to that, they are trying to put even further pressure on the Palestinians, doing negotiations under fire to pressure them to accept, in their words, a better deal for their hostages to ensure that they are released. Palestinians, as everyone has, the whole world has seen, over the course of the ceasefire agreement, they have abided to it. However, during the ceasefire agreement, Israel has killed over 150 people. Right now, we got word that the Israelis have sent out a notice that all borders are to be closed, even for those who want to leave Gaza in order to get medical treatment. Again, they couldn't do this without the support of the American government. Palestinians are very disappointed with a Trump administration that said they want to make America first, in encouraging Israel to commit even further genocide. I don't think makes America first. I think it continues to downgrade America and its morality around the world. It's
It's not just the Palestinians,
and this
sorry to jump in, Mansour. I apologize for jumping in. I'm just going to say it's not just maybe the Palestinians, but Americans. A lot of Americans voted for Trump for peace, to end these forever wars, and already his establishment base is already raising the alarm. You know, we didn't vote for this. We didn't vote for this. Where is America first? And Mansour, I think you make a very good point about these internal domestic politicking issues in Israel. That you know, we now know that Netanyahu's testimony at his corruption trial has just been cancelled because of these strikes against the Palestinians overnight. There's a lot of concern that his party is trying to pass the budget, and he's got to do all kinds of domestic wrangling to get this coalition and all that kind of stuff squared away. Meantime, the idea is that Israel's only going to increase the attacks on Gaza. Where does that leave the 50-plus hostages?
I think that the Israelis don't care about, the Israeli government doesn't care about their hostages, and they've decided from the beginning to implement the Hannibal directive. They've done it on October the 7th when they've killed hundreds of their own citizens during their attacks on the Israeli settlements around Gaza. They've done it during the genocide over the last 16 months, killing dozens of their hostages inside Gaza. I think that the world has seen and listened to the captives, the Israeli captives that were able to leave Gaza during the exchanges, about how the Palestinians tried to save their lives so many times despite the consistent bombing by the Israelis. I think you make a very good point. The Israeli government has 90 days to pass the budget agreement. They need the radicals back on their side in the Israeli government, especially Ben Gvir. That's why they restarted this war, to get him back on board and get resolutions passed. The Shabak head got changed, and there's a big disagreement. So they need more power internally on the politics to make sure that this gets through. I think that it's in the hand of the Americans The world needs to push the Americans to stop unlegitimately, continually backing Israel to do whatever they want. We are witnessing a live genocide backed by the supposed largest superpower of this world. And I think that what is happening now is historic and is going to change the scales. America cannot continue doing what it's doing right now.
We're looking at an escalation, Mansour. A lot of people are worried. We're witnessing an escalation, not just in Gaza, but also in Yemen and potentially in Iran. A lot of chatter right now that America might be thinking about making a preemptive strike against Iran's nuclear facilities, essentially blaming it on the Houthis in Yemen. So, Mansour, in the future, you and me will be talking again sooner than later. Mansour Schuman, a pro-Palestinian activist, live here on RT. Thank you.
Thank you.